Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Monday workout. I hope you enjoyed your weekend and your deload week last week. This week it is back to business. We're going to start off Monday with good old-fashioned CrossFit. So let us begin with 4 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio. Then I want you to grab a PVC pipe and we'll go through the following movements together for 2 rounds, all right? Start with some pass-throughs. As we do the pass-throughs, we're just trying to open up and gently stretch the shoulders. So make sure you're not going to a position that's so narrow that causes you to have to bend one elbow to kind of sneak it around behind your back and then back to the front. So go wide if you need to go wide on that. And then we're gonna get some overhead squats. Also with that PVC pipe, working on keeping that chest up, sort of opening the thoracic spine. A lot of times reaction on the overhead squats is just kind of dip my chin like this in order to get the bar further behind my head. But it's sort of an illusion of what it's actually doing in your body. So the more that you open your chest up and keep your head up, your T-spine will open up even more. So even though the bar isn't as far behind my head, my T-spine is a little bit more open and I can get into a better stacked position with my shoulders for that overhead squat with the PVC pipe. If you'd like to do the second round with a bar, go ahead, but you don't need the bar for this workout. Next one, we're gonna do some overhead lunge steps with a torso twist. So get back in that good overhead position, lunge step, torso twist. So we're keeping the arms in line with the body as we do those twists. If you can get 90 degrees, that's great. Don't worry though, just work on activating all those muscles in the obliques, the abdominals, as well as my shoulders. Last one is gonna be some body movement stuff, a little bit of gymnastics. So on the ground, we can have some red mats laid out, but I wanna see some forward somersaults. If you cannot do forward somersaults or you're afraid of it because of a neck issue, give me some log rolls at least, or some method of getting your body upside down. If you're willing to try the forward somersault, we have some pretty low impact ways to get this done. If you'll step forward and kind of reach one arm, plant one hand, reach one arm into your armpit and follow that with your eyes and your head, tucking your chin into your chest, right? That's what we want to do, tuck in the chin into the chest. And that will make me roll kind of diagonally away from the direction that I'm reaching. But I can do that nice and smooth, and all that touches the ground is the back of my shoulder, so my head never hits the ground. So if my head doesn't hit the ground, it's really hard to hurt my neck. But if you're going straight forward and the first thing you do is plant your forehead or the top of your head on the ground, it's a lot easier to load those pieces or load your neck. So the more you can keep your chin tucked and keep your head from touching the ground on the somersaults, the more safe you'll keep your neck, okay? The last one is a single leg eccentric squat with a candlestick. And there's a couple variations on this one to either increase or decrease the difficulty depending on who you are and where you're at. But I would like to see everyone work on that eccentric single leg squat and then roll backwards, kick forward, and stand, right? If you wanna make it harder, roll back and just stand up on one leg. If you wanna make it a little bit easier, you can kind of tap the ground with the other foot before you roll onto your back and then use your hands a little bit to get up like that. Somewhere in the middle there where I want you to be, do something that's a little bit challenging. Don't just give up on those, try really hard, but also make sure that you're trying at something that's achievable and not a super high level gymnastic skill if you are not at that level, okay? So don't feel bad about not being able to do the single leg candlestick, but just try one of those that's in that range that is an appropriate skill level for where you're at. When we finish that, we're gonna need a wall ball and a barbell. I'm sorry, I did say you didn't need a bar. You do need a bar for this workout. And the bar is for our hang power cleans. So the format of this workout is a 25-minute AMRAP. The 25-minute AMRAP is consisting of a 600-meter run. Target for that one is, even when you're tired, somewhere in that 3 to 3.5 minute range. So if you're not doing a run for some orthopedic reason and not just a preference reason, then that's what we'll target for the duration of whatever alternate cardio you're doing, whether it's rowing, jumping rope, biking, skiing, etc. Usually on the row or the ski, we can just target that exact same distance and the time will wind up being about the same. If we're on the bikes, we usually go like cut a 0 off, so like 60 or 52-ish for the calories, and we're looking for 3 minutes on that. When you come back, we're gonna get 25 reps of a wall ball shot. We've been working on our wall balls. I wanna be smooth and consistent with a good rhythm on these, hitting the same bottom depth and the same top height every single time. Feet stay planted on that. Work on making that a beauty contest for the wall ball, right? Some of the things we look for is when you start to get so tired that I have to jump in order to make it hit that target, that's when you start getting into position errors or getting much less efficient, to where doing 2 or 3 extra reps with the jumping version of the wall ball, it's better for the overall workout if you would stop before you have to do that, rest a little bit so that you can do more smooth reps, rather than just continuing to do them at the cost of taking like a minute break to recover from those jumping wall balls. When you finish 25 reps of the wall ball, we'll come out to the middle, pick up the bar 1 time, and we're doing 15 reps of our hang power clean. So the bar should not go below the kneecaps on the hang position, and then we catch it. Make sure you're standing all the way up with elbows in front of the bar as you finish that movement. Number 1 fault we see on the hang power cleans is dropping the bar too early, right? So that is, I'll catch the bar in the right position and then drop it as I'm standing up, okay? The second most common fault is going too low underneath underneath my kneecaps. The weight should be light on the hang power clean, so 95, 65. Think something less than half your max, so that we can move through those quickly, and something that even when I'm really fatigued, I can keep my body in a really good position, right? And again, try to make those look really good. A lot of times, the more tired you get, the more we kind of scoop it away from the body and do like a reverse curl. Pushing it away from the body is a bad, inefficient movement. So make sure that you're keeping it tight to your tummy the entire time that we're doing it. That is it for today. Make sure you do the cool down exercises. There's some sideline clams and some sit-ups in there, a little bit of extra core and hip work to finish off the day. And that is it. And I'll see you guys for our workout on Tuesday.